Cocked, locked, and ready to rock. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 iconic guns in movies.
You ever used one?
No.
Don't ever, because they're very, very bad.
These are the firearms from the silver screen that stuck in our heads due to their originality or innovation. Oh, and just to be clear, this is exclusive to movies, so no TV guns allowed.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Number 10. Travis Bickle's Smith & Wesson Escort, Taxi Driver. When angered former Marine Travis Bickle decides to prepare himself for the dangerous streets of New York, he heads to dealer Easy Andy to lock and load.
How much for everything?
One of his chosen weapons is the subcompact semi-automatic Smith & Wesson Escort.
Just giving out to officers.
Bickle takes advantage of its small size by fitting it to the slide rail of a desk drawer and creating a makeshift sleeve gun. Aside from giving him the element of surprise, this contraption also adds suspense to one classic movie scene,
Faster than you.
as well as the final shootout. Number 9. The Guitar Case Mac-10, Robert Rodriguez's Mexico trilogy.
And then he lets it rip.
The trilogy of films that follows El Mariachi shares not only a character, but also one pretty special gun-toting apparatus, the guitar case.
It's a guitar.
Even though these cases tote guns through the first and third movies, it's Desperado that features the most impressive use of the guitar gun. With the cases concealing not only Mac-10s but also, in one case, a rocket launcher, Campa and Quino help El Mariachi take on the bad guys. There's nothing like seeing a guitar case cocked back and loaded for action. Number 8. The Joker Smith & Wesson Model 15-3, Batman.
You can call me Joker.
The Joker's arsenal is full of creative weaponry.
Have a little whiff of my potency.
Like acid-shooting flowers, a mechanical boxing glove, or an extra powerful electric hand buzzer. But he has even more treats when it comes to his guns.
Do I look like I'm joking?
His most frequent weapon of choice is the Colt New Service. However, can it take down an aircraft from the ground with a single bullet? We doubt it. The Joker's customized Smith & Wesson isn't just any revolver. It's a ridiculously long-barreled one that takes down the Batwing with one shot. Who's laughing now?
Had you ever heard of the healing power of laughter?
Number 7. The M60E3 machine gun, Rambo First Blood Part 2. The first Rambo movie was all about stealth, but the second's about shooting first and asking questions never, thanks to the hero's M60 machine gun. When tasked with the almost impossible mission of rescuing POWs, John Rambo needs something with more of a kick than your average handgun. And the M60E3 allows him to get an even feed of bullets to his weapon by wrapping the ammo belt around his beefy arm. Not only is this gun appropriate for the occasion, but seeing the buff Sly Stallone pop off rounds with shells flying everywhere is cinema gold. Number 6. Ash's Boomstick, the Evil Dead franchise.
You can find this in the sporting goods department. That's right, this sweet baby was made in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Retails for about $109.95. It's got a walnut stock, cobalt blue steel, and a hair trigger.
When deadites come a-knockin', a decent boomstick is always a handy accessory. Wielded by Evil Dead fighter Ash Williams, the 12-gauge double-barrel Remington shotgun is the perfect weapon for dispatching the undead with a bang.
Swallow this.
After sawing off the barrel and strapping the new and improved weapon to his back with a leather harness, this shotgun becomes as much a part of Ash as his chainsaw arm. Whether he's using it to creep out people from the past,
You got that?
or blow off limbs. Number 5. The Auto 9 RoboCop.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Murphy.
Tasked with cutting out crime in Detroit, RoboCop would be nowhere without his trusty pistol. Built into his robotic leg for added quick-draw convenience, the Auto 9 machine pistol is RoboCop's weapon of choice. And he can use it with deadly accuracy, employing any number of different kinds of ammo. But what we really love is seeing him spin it around cowboy style. And of course, when he effortlessly rules the show at the shooting range. Number 4. The DL-44 Heavy Blaster Pistol, the Star Wars Saga. This handheld weapon is popular with outlaws and street ruffians. So what better weapon is there for ex-smuggler Han Solo than this piece of ranged, energized particle weaponry?
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side.
Though it was his preferred weapon, Han's blaster was deemed illegal by the Empire due to some prohibited modifications he did to ensure he could draw it as quickly as possible.
It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
Of course, this illicit weapon is a match made in heaven for this fast-lipped rebel who uses the firearm in the infamous and highly disputed Who Shot First scene. Number 3. The M41A Pulse Rifle, Aliens.
This is an M41A pulse rifle, 10mm, with an over and under 30mm pump-action grenade launcher.
Seen in the hands of those fighting the dreaded xenomorph aliens, the M41A pulse rifle is the favored weapon of the US Army of the future, as well as protagonist Ellen Ripley.
Are you ready to rock and roll?
What's this?
That's a grenade launcher. I don't think you want to mess with that.
As the standard issue rifle, it's essentially the M16 of the 22nd century, delivering a reliable assault on swarming aliens. Light, precise, and sturdy, it's easy to see why the authorities would turn to this automatic assault rifle for their human protecting needs. And by looking at it, it's clear that it takes inspiration from several weapons in today's world.
I can handle myself.
Yeah, I noticed.
Number 2. The 44 Magnum, the Dirty Harry franchise. Thanks to this franchise, the Smith & Wesson Model 29 is known as the most powerful handgun in the world.
Who's we, sucker?
Smith & Wesson and me.
And in fact, it seems that the only possible gun that could match Clint Eastwood's rugged voice and attitude in Dirty Harry was the legendary 44 Magnum.
You don't listen, do you, asshole?
Used to clean up the streets of San Francisco, Dirty Harry's sidearm is capable of blasting holes through anything. Not only does this long-barreled hand cannon have great stopping power, it's also an integral part of one of the greatest movie quotes ever.
You gotta ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Before we reveal our top pick for the most iconic movie firearm, here are a few honorable mentions.
I'm not a very good shot, but the Samaritan here uses really big bullets.
Electromagnetic pulse. No gunpowder, no conventional bullets. They fire aluminum rounds at almost the speed of light.
You're talking about the railgun.
You know, the enemy's always been terrified of noise, especially shotguns.
Number 1. The Walther PPK, the James Bond franchise. You want a gun that's powerful and easily hidden from your enemies?
You don't need the gun, Commander.
That depends on your definition of safe sex.
Well, if you're James Bond, that means you pack a Walther PPK.
Up slowly and face that wall.
007 first swapped his trusty Beretta for the compact Walther police pistol detective model in 1962's Dr. No.
It's a Smith & Wesson. And you've had your 6.
And it's since become the most famous of his many firearms. In fact, Bond's use of the pistol has increased its popularity in the real world too. While the Golden Gun is another iconic gun in the Bond franchise, everybody's favorite secret agent has remained fairly loyal to this reliable weapon.
Walther PPK. 7.65 millimeter. Only 3 men I know use such a gun. I believe I've killed 2 of them.
Lucky me.
I think not.
Do you agree with our list?
I'm disappointed.
What would your movie weapon of choice be?
We ever get out of this, we gotta talk.
For more fully loaded top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Glad you made it!